$70. That is how much this upcoming Call of Duty release is going to cost to play. $70 for a game that everyone is just going to hate a month after it gets released? $70 for a game that's just not going to be as good as Phantom Forces? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about that. But first, folks, we are trying to hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of the summer here, and seeing as how 93.7% of my viewer base isn't actually subscribed to me, it just shows me that hitting 4,000 shouldn't be that hard. So go ahead, hit that sub button. I also just made the M40 Discord server, so come join and say hi. Anyway, let's get back to the main point. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that Phantom Forces is the best shooter game ever made, and new $70 AAA titles won't be able to match the quality of the gameplay that Phantom Forces provides. Honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Modern Warfare 2 is not going to be a better FPS game than Phantom Forces. Like, let's just take a peek at what happened when Vanguard came out, and that game was a shit show. Fans already didn't want another World War II Call of Duty game, but they got one anyway, and they got one that was on the new Modern Warfare engine. Now, the Modern Warfare engine has been praised by fans of the FPS genre for being like a pretty solid engine, especially for, just shooting dudes. Problem is that even with a solid engine, a game like Call of Duty is still easily ruined by something as simple as bad weapon balancing. Do you guys remember how bad it was to run around and play against 725s and claymores and fire shotguns, that Warzone armor and multiplayer, all those dumbass bugs? Because my ass is still salty about it. No matter how polished and fundamentally good these new FPS games can be, they're still fragile and easily ruined by careless balancing and a slew of bugs. Now, I'm not saying Phantom Forces isn't a victim to bad weapon balancing and bugs, but hear me out for a second. The framework and the core of Phantom Forces is so solid that no matter what, the game is going to deliver a smooth experience with incredibly unique mechanics. It really just is a game like no other. Now, Phantom Forces still does have really frustrating issues. I mean, I've already made videos on a couple of these things, like questionable update decisions or the cheating situation, which is still absolutely terrible. My point is that at its core, Phantom Forces is such a good game that even with its worst problems, those still haven't made the game outright unplayable. Other games certainly can't say the same thing though. But hey, we also gotta talk about the money for a second, because thousands of people are gonna shell out to the Call of Duty brand once again, and they're gonna drain their wallets over a bad game that they're not going to like. Meanwhile, Phantom Forces is still an easily accessible game that you can literally spend $0 on. This free game is going to be one that doesn't cause literal headaches, has a better gameplay loop, and has a way more natural skill curve, making personal progression actually fun. We've all seen these recent Call of Duties. We know that Modern Warfare 2 is just going to be a cheese fest. The game is going to be a competition for who can find the most broken weapon setup to dominate. Phantom Forces is a game that doesn't give you a ton of shortcuts to skill, and doesn't have a whole lot of cheese compared to all the other games. And listen, I know Phantom Forces still has cheese, but it's not as bad as all the other games. Phantom Forces is just so chill, it's a smooth and fun experience, and I honestly think it is the most underrated shooter of all time. That's all I have to say, so thank you for listening. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and have not subscribed yet, I highly encourage you to do so, as well as maybe drop a like on the video. Everything helps me out, so I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.